Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Michelle's Garden. I'm out here on a cool, dreary morning. Thought I'd come up and check the garden. Standing here in front of our 5-acre pasture. Show you my view. I'm trying not to drop my copy. This is our view. There's mountains back there, and when the fog is not out, it's so beautiful. So beautiful. Right there is where we feed the deer. Jeff's got some peanut butter on a stick there. The deer will eat the peanut butter. I just saw a rabbit run across the field a few minutes ago. But I came up here to check the garden. I'm going to have to go get the grandbaby here in a few minutes because my daughter's sick, so I'm going to watch the baby for the day. If it was just a little bit warmer, I'd bring her up here, sit her in a stroller, and I'd plant some onions. She's only like 3 months old. So I've been coming up here every day checking on the garden. We needed this rain. We got a little bit last night, and it's kind of drizzly a little bit right now. But if you're new to my channel, I live in Western North Carolina, Zone 7B, and I'm growing in my fall garden. I've got cabbage, broccoli, kohlrabi, kale, got some beets that don't look the greatest. I probably should have covered them last week when we had some low temperatures in the 30s in the morning. I didn't get my row cover out like I said I was going to. I've got some greens. What else I've got? English peas, cauliflower. So we're going to go in here and check on things, see how everything's looking. Everything's looking pretty good for now. That's the English peas. This row right here is a whole row of collards that has just sprouted. Right here is my kale. That's the kohlrabi. The other 3 beds over there is the beets. And under this blue tarp is carrot seeds. And the way I planted my carrots was I followed a guy named Danny King. It's Deep South Homestead, and he tells how he plants his carrots. The idea is to keep them warm and moist, and when they sprout, then you take the tarp off. Here's the onions I need to plant. I grew those from seed myself. I don't have anything in this bed right here. That's where the onions are going to go. And there's the cabbage. Everything is looking really good. I've had to come out here and check my cabbage every day because they have a little bit of pest damage. Show you where they've been eating on it. And I've sprayed them. I have an organic spray that I spray on them. This one's got a little bit of damage to it. There's one that really didn't survive very well. There's 3 different varieties of cabbage in these beds. Over here is a few beets I had that I didn't have room for in the beds over there, so I put them right there. That's broccoli down on the end. There's more English peas. This is all broccoli, which is doing really good. And there is my cauliflower, and I think there might be 1 or 2 Brussels sprouts in that bed over there. And that's asparagus. This bed right here is mustard greens. They're finally coming up just a little bit. And then there's nothing in this bed right here. I may or may not put some onion bulbs in that bed. I think that might be the only row that I don't have anything planted in. I've got some turnips too, also planted. But everything looks good. Everything needed this little bit of rain. I mentioned the name Deep South Homestead. I wanted to tell you guys about something that I think is really awesome. If you are interested in owning a greenhouse, it's a Quonset hut greenhouse. Like mine is a high tunnel. It's like taller, a high tunnel's taller. But they're having a greenhouse giveaway, which is so cool. It's coming from Growers Solutions, which is where I got my greenhouse. If you will go over to Deep South Homestead, and I always put them in my description because I really like watching their channel. They give an email that you go to, and you upload 2 pictures of you in your garden and 5 sentences to tell why you should have a greenhouse. Only 5 sentences. They say they won't read a book. And then they will give you a, it's called freesteading.com. And you have to go over to that website, upload 1 picture and 1 sentence. And then they're going to do the drawing. I can't remember if it's November 1st or November 7th, but they tell in their video on their channel, Deep South Homestead. So you guys go check that out. I mean, I think it would be awesome to have another greenhouse. My dream is to have another greenhouse and to be able to grow garden plants to sell in the spring for people to grow their gardens. So I'm going to head in the house. I'm going to show you guys some Amish cookbooks that have canning in them that I got in the mail. I'm going to share that with you in a little bit, but right now I got to run and get the baby. So I'll be back in a little while. Hey y'all, so I'm back from getting the baby. She's watching some cartoons in her little chair in the living room. She's right where I can see her. I wanted to talk to you guys about canning, about pressure canning, water bath canning, just canning in general. I didn't know until I put up a video on water bath canning potatoes what a division there is between pressure canning and water bath canning, the world of canning. I had no idea. I was taught to water bath can, so that's what I know how to do. And I just never knew that there were people who would, I don't want to really say get angry, but they want to tell you you can't do it that way. And I respect everybody's way of preserving their food, however you want to do it. I will tell you that I put up videos on water bath canning, and a lot of the videos that I put up are not USDA recommended, but that's the way I can my food. I'm not telling anyone that they have to can their food this way. I'm just sharing with you what I do. I enjoy it. There's a lot of the times that it's 3 hours on water bath canning. Some might be 2 hours. Somebody might say, well, why would you want to take that long to preserve some food when you could maybe pressure can for like 45 minutes? I guess because it's not about the time for me. It's about that I like to do it that way. That's how I was taught, and I enjoy it. When I put some jars in the canner for 3 hours, I go on about my business. I keep an eye on it, but like I'll go finish my housework, some laundry, some cleaning. I'll walk out to the garden and look at some things and maybe turn on the irrigation or something. You know, I keep an eye on it just in case when it's boiling that the lid might move and there's some water dripping down on the stove, and you know, stuff like that, keeping an eye on the water level. But I really thoroughly enjoy water bath canning, and that's why I do it. But I wanted to share with you a couple of Facebook pages that I follow. One is strictly water bath canning, and it is an awesome page to follow. It's called Water Bath Canning, No Pressure Canning Allowed. So if you go on there and you're a pressure canner, and if you say anything negative, they'll probably kick you off. But it shows people who are beginners, people who are well experienced. They're sharing their recipes, whether it's canning meats, beans, vegetables. They're canning all kinds of stuff, and it's just so amazing to see people doing that. You know, I think 2020 brought a lot of this out of us, gardening and canning. There's so many people that didn't do either one, and now everybody wants to do it, which is great. It really is great. The other one I think is just canning recipes. It's more geared towards pressure canning, I do believe. Haven't seen a whole lot of water bath canning on there. One of those sites, and I can't remember which one it is, but somebody posted something about having trouble with the seals on the lids, and it was pressure canners. I remember it was pressure canners. Water bath canners have trouble with seals too. You're not perfect, you know, something may not seal, something may go bad. It's going to happen, so just accept that, whether you're pressure canning or water bath canning. It's going to happen. They mentioned something about putting the white vinegar on the rims, that, you know, years ago the rubber on the seals was way different than today, and that was the reason for the white vinegar. And this person mentioned that it could possibly have something to do with the rubber that's on the lids today and causing something to break its seal. Now, I have no idea if this is true or not, but I was planning on the next time I do a canning video, which will probably be carrots, I thought about doing some jars that I use the white vinegar and some jars just wiping the rim clean and seeing, you know, what comes of that. So I also wanted to share with you, if you watch a channel called Make It Make, love her channel, it's awesome. She showed this book on there. It's called the Esh Family cookbook, The Humps. It is Amish. Had a hard time finding this book on Amazon for quite a while now. It has said that it's not available. My mom is up north, I think Maryland, and she went to Pennsylvania. I'm pretty sure she said it was Paradise, Pennsylvania, and there was a store called Fisher's, and they had this book, and she got it for me, and I wanted it for the canning inside of it. It doesn't tell you as much as I hoped that it would, but it does tell you some things. I mean, that it's got how to can peppers, stuffed peppers. I didn't know you could can stuffed peppers. Medium salsa, peach, Danish, syrups, pickles, pickled beets, barbecue sauce, spaghetti sauce, pizza sauce. So it's a really good book, and I did cook a recipe out of here called chicken and rice casserole. It was really good. And there was another one. This is also the Esh Family. This one, I think, was wrote by the mother, the other one by the daughter. This one has some poems and recipes and a little bit of the canning in it. Both really, really good books. But I will try to put down in the description the store that my mom got these from, and maybe an address or something if you want to contact these people and see if you can get these books if you're interested. So that's really all I wanted to talk to you about today, just the debate on canning. I'd like to know people's opinions, how you feel about both. If you want to share, you know, something that you do in canning, water bath canning, that we don't know, or how long you've been canning, or why you choose the pressure can, why you choose the water bath can. And I just feel like we should come together and help one another and not fight over this preserving food. You know, everybody has a choice to preserve your food the way you want to. And I just feel like we should come together, especially for the beginners who want to know how to preserve their food. Offer, you know, what you have to give those people an experience would be great. So I hope you enjoyed the video today, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and thank you for taking time to listen. So we'll see you next time at Michelle's Garden. What are you doing?